Well, it's about time for me to start on Merchant's Row and Izzy's bar right here. I've been putting it off long enough. I'll show you what has been going on. I've been working on all that stuff back there since I did Cigar Corner. And so I think it's about time that I come back on the workbench. Let me see, about 2 weeks ago, I think I got started on it, but I opened up the wrong one. And so I got the right one now. Let me go down to the bottom here. All right, let me get some light on the subject. This and this. I got the right one right now. So it's the bar, and I got the bracing right here. Here's the sidewalks, and here's all the chimneys and other stuff that we're going to be using on this, on everything. So we'll just open this thing up and see what's inside this little bag right here. Let's go this away right here. We're going to start on that, the bracing. We got to figure out the bracing on this stuff. And they said something, I read something in there about, okay, we have supplied both 1/8 inch and 1/16 inch square strips of wood to be used as corner posts for this kit. Because of the complex wall panel layering, corner posts must be added after the shell has been assembled. The choice of what you want to use is up to you. Do what it looks best for you on your model. This is not a mistake. We just wanted to be sure that you had the option. Okay, so they have both 1/16 and 1/8 inch squares in here for the corner bracing, or the corner posts. Well, I had to mark the back of each one of these panels because on 2 of them they marked the front of it, which doesn't do you any good when you're putting the bracing on because you can't see if it's A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have this A, B, C, D here, so I have it marked A, B, C, and D on there like that. Everything's cut. Okay, here's 17 and 20 up here. It says 1/16 or 1/8 corner posts, a 1/16 of an inch gap, 1/16 quarter post. Well, these should be 1/16 of an inch gap on both sides here and 1/16 of an inch gap on both sides here because these walls butt up against those walls. I placed a 1/16 of an inch square piece of styrene on the edge of the wall as a spacer for the bracing on the 2 walls that had the gap. Well, on this one I decided to stain all the walls, and the walls come in 3 layers. You got the back layer. I'm just going to leave it like the MDF. This one goes like this on top of that. So that looks all right with the MDF just plain on it. And then I stained this, and then I stained this one here. It says put a light coat of, a paint on it, but since it's so cold outside, I can't spray anything right now. So everything's going to be stained. I stained the corner pieces, stained the 2x6s. This piece here, I guess that's called the kitchen, the entrance here, the little deck and the steps and stuff like that. We're just going to have to wait on the windows. I'll have to paint those. And on the roof, it takes tar paper. We're going to have to wait till it warms up to do those. And it's supposed to be cold for the next couple of days, so I went in my stash of old roofing material, and luckily I found a couple of sheets of tar paper, so I used that. I couldn't wait. I got the layers on, and it doesn't look too bad. Here's the one side. Well, I suppose this is the front, right there, and this is the side. The kitchen goes up against that one right there, like this, like so. Ta-da! And then the back, nothing missing, and then this is what goes up against the other building. Instead of using the waterfront like it is supplied that I had already cut out, I found some dry transfers, and this one is Ollie's Tavern, and I had to piece it together because it's stuck to the paper behind it, and so the dot for the I and the apostrophe and part of the S came separate, so I had to piece them back together and put it on there, so I think that worked out pretty good. And then I got beer, and you can't really see it, but it says open till 2 a.m. really, really small on there. Well, to make sure that these dry transfers stayed in place, I hit it with a matte finish, but it still hasn't dried all the way, so you can still see a little bit of sheen on it. So I did it here in a garage because it's too cold outside. While I waited for it to warm up outside, I glued all the walls together and did a little bit of work on the layout. After visiting Hobbytown in Brandon, Florida, we went to the Michaels there, and Debbie showed me in the clearance aisle they had some oil paints, blue and sap green. So I blended the blue into the sky and the sap green into the trees in that first wall that I did. It finally warmed up enough today where I could go out this afternoon and paint. So I primered the two chimneys that go on Izzy's with a light gray, and I did all the windows in khaki. Here's what's left of the thing right here. Okay, I have the windows and doors on this section right here, on the main part of the building, and on the little bump out the entrance. But what I wanted to show you on the entrance, I had to make a modification to it, and let me show you what I did here. Okay, it's just a regular door, three-piece door, or three-piece door that goes in there, but it doesn't quite fit. So what I had to do was I put a 1/16 of an inch square down and glued it in right there, so that door would fit in there, and I glued this part to the door, and then, you know, put some glue over on this side. Now on the drawing it shows that the door has a slot on the bottom, and there should be a tab on the bottom and a slot on the bottom of here, but there isn't. There's a slot over here on the side, which doesn't do any good. But that's just an opening right there for right now. So we'll deal with that. Okay, so the only thing I have to do is I'm going to darken this up a little bit because the rest of the building is distressed. So I'm going to distress the sign and distress the beer sign on there, and I just got to put this back on here. I got the roof for this, got the roof for that. Got an extra window because they have a hole. I don't know if you can see it there, but inside here they have a hole on the MDF, but they don't have a hole on the other two layers for a window in there, but they include a window. So Okay, here is the kitchen bump out. I have it glued in place. I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes to let the glue dry. And then I'll put on the front. Well, got all the details in place. The chimneys are right here. I just have to paint them. I could just pull them out real quick and paint them. But here's what they'll look like right here. I'll have to move that out just a little bit like that. Okay, let me bring this up on the other view. Okay, so, well, you know, I'll have to straighten that out when I glue that in, but here it is right here. I'll just have to weather everything on there and then paint the chimneys. They come right out. I didn't glue them in yet. And I just had to notch the roof out right here to get it into place. This roof was notched. The short roof was notched. This one was not. So I had to notch that out just a little bit for the chimney. So we're good to go with this part right here. Okay, I did the roofs with titanium white. I'm going to put a little bit of like dirt color in it also. But here's the titanium white. It's folk art. I did the chimneys with red brick, and then this part right here I did lamp black. Just touched it up a little bit with lamp black. This one also. And I dry brushed the lamp black on the top part and filled in the center part with lamp black. Here you go, Americana, and the brick red is Craftsman. So those are the three paints that I used on that. I used some mighty fine soil on the roof and distressed the edges of the tar paper, pulled it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it that well this way, but let me pull it up this way, see if we could come up, look a little bit better right here. All right, there we go. All right, put the little lamp up on the top here. There you go. Put the stairs in here on the front with a crooked step. Alright, I think I'm finished with it. Everything is installed on it like so. Okay, so there we go. I finished up Izzy's on Friday night just in time to go to D-Land Train Show on Saturday. So on Monday morning, I'll be working on the 1412 building. That's the building that is adjacent to Izzy's. Actually, Izzy's, the one side of Izzy's butts up against the one side of 1412 building. So that's what I'll be working on Monday. So until the next time, we'll see you and have fun with whatever you're doing. Hopefully you're building a kit. But if not, have fun anyway.